This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
Go TV channel no Sabeka live 121. New
boss Pachawa Som studio has say. Now has folk any Kotoko home common and right start here na ED. The key concerns I wa hard say Oshakotone has and so want to be sorry and Mark said na yehu in terms of successes, I know two teams need to achieve over the past years. You know, they can't really replicate the kind of success and the dominance. I know what they might know. So, of course, people have really diagnosed these issues. I find it out say, oh, share the national teams. You know, generally, you can't national under 17, national under 20. These two national teams, you know, and the best serve as a foundation for Kotoko and Hearts folk. Now the reality is say, okay, national under 17, national under 20, it's been the major foundation point of most of the clubs. But Babia Kotoko and Hearts one, you're from traditional clubs. Now you can't every traditional club wa general, and you might na a problem no, a one. The Ubehu Barcelona and Real Madrid no, Oshawa Ubehu Krobia ewo. So you can't. Kumase Asante Kotoko ni eka has foka odo mbeto to Madrid Barcelona ho amana ye. Now these two clubs are giants in their own perspective. Under 17 do say and who say Barcelona and Real Madrid are provided players at the Spain national team now. Under 20 how many players and especially from our first team now. So yemfa enkomoyi enya dwuma kakra wa no. First of all, so what check Krobia any has a folk and yema a fast so new players. Number one, the kind of recruitment na omoye. Recruitment as in general every time Krobia a player were established or semi-established. Recruitment is key at the Krobia any has a folk. So has back to player the number general and your player what free from and or back to the number it never happens. Or top player one or semi-established. Just a fin one ball any team one show potential when you be ball. Or now they never to Kwana has folk of surviving. So semi-established players and has Kotoko Echo from or established to say Anabila or has folk and as Ash Gold. That midfield of a coming and then appear my captain rock of Anabila not number quickly. That is the kind of target to has in the Kotoko pay. Onya obit Salifu Di Maria. Oh, here for Tachima 11 wonders where a key player quickly no for the North number. So recruitment, you know, for players are not a pain or more starting free from, but rather players are so or semi-established on club side. And the banner sanwa and ma young players and call the 17 the U20 bracket and omu players and follow. Recruitment and the Ama has folk and the Kotoko young players be brave. The U17 or the U20. Number two, age bracket to Mokofa place the banner. Now we have to comment. Kotoko de Accra and Mokotoko. That contest, that statement in a contest like Okofa will be an age, 17, 19, 18. That age, but it will not work for Krabia because you can Kotoko de Accra and Mokotoko. One, the load of responsibility at that crown, 17 years and about this. Fans was or circle fimo, Poko Frio, Pokuntimo, legends down the lane. I mean, one Ziza and Simon McQuimo. Osi Pitaqua, load you know, Sancrofono, Efasio Batisno. Macquaca, Samoa Escobar more recently. It been a Pitaqua, someone fancy but so the age bracket, has folk, any Kotono. Yana out of that bracket, a feature the national team. It's really check players of Kofadeba. Now say you put check recruitment. This is the second reality. You players in I and Krobia and has spoken with me Bora National under 17 no. The third one overcome once about has said no. The unavailability of lower feeder clubs. I say we here's a job. Osha Kotoko at this point here can say share feeder clubs na unwomo. Ehim for na Gavi o free buy. Ehim for na Pau Kubasi o free buy. Ehim for na Lami Yamal o free buy. So unavailability of the feeder lower feeder clubs a crown be back top club no one. No about clubs na I'm say about club ya be 4-5 years from age 15. Or maybe 19 no abin because them year never show match or baba yara as a youth player. It was a tension dampening for na batiswa. Na on one starting cycle ho so on survive was our club work na obe move ya club for akọ survive ho. These clubs has any Kotoko only feeder clubs be a feed more a groomy and crano a sustaining pressure no and son we piaba. It be key question me busa on say. Martino di Gada, what did they call loan? No, Madrid for answer and Jimmy yet, or cost survive your baby for. It is about baby for now, quite that's what the books of Madrid are Kotoko, a Kobo national team. But because once me I'm a born Real Madrid, they count the player out. This situation no and a higher clubs. I'll go to the fourth point, but unavailability of the lower feeder clubs. It's a good player and Emrano. Let's just say we're being out of perform with the Amaya. They are trying to Tony Kusa and you're trying to say no. Krobiani has it here. You Kusan baby, you have to turn down baby, the banana rich, but a no rich in a crown won't think of Fabino. So these lower clubs and two clubs, and one cry. And my clubs and some players in the 17 and then the 20. But the fourth point is huge because no and a club and it has to folk in ya. Fourth point, I mean, no bet discuss what I say no. I had the contrast project of the other clubs. Let's check it, dreams. Check it, Bechem. Let's check your Accra Lions. These three clubs, I won't have fighting as folk in the Kotoko. Gone are the days and dreams are when you play out and never crop. Why are rich, but these clubs, check it dreams are. Or a way on a project and survive. One, they don't focus on results. You develop players for the external market. It's in developing those players, under 20 November, 17 November calling. No one didn't cry. Go to the chim and how many years and a Clinton Joju or Bobby Chim and then Sefasmante or Bobby Chim, Isaiah Nyako or Bobby Chim. These are young prodigies. Krobian has almost survived. But between your auditorium for the external market, marketing young Maya MF one, the under 20 under 17 becomes available. No more push on call. Accra Lions on Magic Ghana Premier League in BBR on Chelsea Division 1. These guys have been developed for the external market. But when you're to coin, under 20 will come calling, and it's in a Samari Beko. These players in Boko. Remember, all these guys and Accra Lions are developing. So in developing them, quickly the next stage they go external market. Certain some marketing young buyer under 20, under 17, but Krobiani has for the entity. And 20 clubs in it, a 20 young mouse under 20 never no push. So 4 major points as to why Krobiani has intimate dominated over the U17 and a U20 and I'm watching the fourth point other clubs and they compete so well and with the youth levels based on the fact that women there our main focus developing players and at home has on developing players and cotton they really target the ultimate trophy and son season number year. So Accra Lions mobile changing the status quo on the players and then the external market say. And to me, Musa say, na say a bunny say na say has Kotoko disqualified. So the 17-20 more players are general. And yet then a channel won't even dominate. This is why you go back to 2017. That Chan team and survive there. Check out for players to run a womb. And recently, the Chan team check a crop and it has players a womb. So that age in there, Krobiani has for me at the BBR, but they struggle to provide players based on factors I discussing. Now, we shall give you a say. Krobia, I didn't know any player in the national team or a Matthew and Kujo in the last 5 years. I will make me a cancer. We are going to find out and say, so we play a bonus under 20 or Bob Bobby, Matthew and Kujo. He was even a lone player at Bakrobia. Matthew Kujo happens to be the last player in the last 5 years, or formidable. So I represented the U20 now Bobby in the colors of Krobia. Because the category falls out based on the name of 4 now they catch Shadrach had recently joining Matthew Kujo. How I friend to the U20, but Shadrach and how prominent is he within the Kotoko setup. Onya be more Onya bi emmo etiko ye rich quality established player no buy a can you 20 no kra na ko pa ho but yenyan endru stage a obetimi ka say oh waso wa be enu ti no ye 20 ne bi de bo no enu ti mi busa wo say Shadraka don impact e Kotoko midfield no e say so Krobiane Hearts folk there they've lost their foundation. Now another better side of this whole conversation no Dan Lad Ibrahim. I am not saying Dan Lad I already joined university because nobody would agree. We've really projected you from the U15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oba be real blaster Dan Lad said afraid you are bread. No. Kotoko Abua projected Dan Lad pa and he's really represented the club through the lower ranks. And Dan Lad has been one major beneficiary of this project I am discussing. But today, as we speak, area breakers the goalkeeping department, a whole the vision to bring up this boy for club and country. Dan Lad for club and country Dan Lad This is the problem we have. Only player never bar hoping said, but be Audrey, Jojo Walakotumo, errors bebre, or foreign in a sack come 1 year day. All these questions and comments have been, wavering. Dan Lad Ibrahim Wahefa. I feel like was soon, I feel like one pain. So Krobia Ebehu Dan Lad at top level no. Dan Lad no. Recently just Andy Ken Riley said Peter Midu enya collab. But Busahon said or your prominent our squad no na. Or kono other players na free be chem some perform show enough quality. Ghanaian quality players. I'm not saying or colony enough quality, but other players who are equally very, very good. So even Peter Akano Kima Krobiano at the under 20, me say what you say. About Krobia, doctor and selected Peter and Hodgson for variety of reasons. A ball in a 3-back as the wing back in the right channel zone. Just a far from on a right wing back or attacking 50%, no, defending 50%. So complementing the back three of Justice Blaine Nuruddin and Henry Ensuno on the right side is Peter Aqua. But you know who do bet me so much, and Doctor has demanded a lot from me. Just behind him, there's another quality player in Sumwa. But the key question is how prominent have these guys been? I'm a national team. So Krobia lower points. The key player come to me rat the national team. But for half the folk, the story even gets more bitter. In the last 5 years, Kronwa a 5 years survey man Krobiano. A brand saying quantity pass for betting a cardon with in Bania free. So half the folk will be for Bikahua or Monchene. A premium member of the squad for Coach Karim Zito. Bania are free. In the last 5 years, 4 years, Ubodia Bania and Kwane Jesso. They are not providing players to the national corps. On one and Kaunya Miumi and some of come the Babisha team Mukena. But in the house, or twin talk a same from one team farmer. And then Kobayan Kitin Kitin Swako Bobby Zua. Jet Bania Koyano. I mean, Bania graduation now is smooth and it's been very beautiful. Because from the 20, you would be your air blaster, suit, when you has folk. Who else after some Bob Bania? A key member of the squad no has folk in 5 years. I mean, I've heard a lot of comments. People yelling for Hamza Issa, the Ghost Wawashi, Ariana number 9, the future replacement for Ishmael. All those comments. This guy is 21 years. So he falls out of that bracket. All the costs in Hamza is 21 years. So what is the question here? General, has Kotoko will continue to struggle to provide players for the national team, especially area Ramsey crowd on because one, the last time Kotoko a very potent striker don't say he was a foreigner. He was a foreigner. It is only to a free division 1 now on age and fitting in so well. What are the 2 other players in the 15th division 1 but age and fitting so well? We will not consider the major 2 traditional clubs. You for players every coach wants quality. And I say, has to folk. We ban here a free year in the last 5 years. The only player with me a good shout. Oh, that famous Carlos Hamza Isa. And he is 21 years. And the only thing I'm saying, so okay, chanting the has no Kotoko because other clubs focus on outside, but your chanting no focus on locally based players. And then you mean has to focus on players no pa. But they don't keep long because on also more time the transfer market is shoot by 30% increment. It's really Ethiopia market na buy be free, Sudan market na buy be free imoro. Na abala ramu nyina no, o masa dwane come back. House of Folk in the last 5 years have provided only one quality player to the national under 20. They are coming in your train was a Joe, the phone, so one family. So your clubs are not serious. Won't come back and acquire more youth setups in here because one team in Cameroon got top quality ma. And then Keten so I wanted to know other clubs in it to me. I wanted to be another man national team now be not a bit favor one. Now has Kotoko there, more call Ayampia, more Kobachi. And this is why in the last 5 years has Kotoko both combined have provided about 11% quota to the national team. And you're poor because Madrid and Barca me kind one. Players will provide. Don't know Kubasi, Lamia. They've been really groomed into a level of 2020 no. And none of the free house or some more crab Akumi or Jim Wano Biesu. Only the pushing the straight. But a B-way. Crabia a B-way. We lack quality at the basis. And it's mean for the the national team. And this has been the journey of the two clubs in our film. Look. Dreams no one samatas no one be chemo ma sorry sano on betena Kotoko and Hearts watch pa unless something drastically changes at the corner of Sandia has in Kotoko bebre and we will keep that 11% quota no two clubs no are provided to the national team no and very low very low e can ye kwa na chan no mo dominate ho the academia no because mo players no o ma nyini o ma bia wi chan no mo dominate ho no. You face the reality, no. 11% quota in the last 5 years has no Kotoko provided them by the U20, no. Now, Urefi says, what they call 17 2 years time are being. What they call U20 2 years time are being. So the dreams clubs, no, other clubs, and it's the Bechem Lions, no, they will continue to dominate on the external market. Not by fear, so U2017 no more dominating. So one thing they make kind of same percentage say, right to dream one of because provided. Major stars na your football no anya sese you know those and the new mama no free Kotoko and Hearts enko anytime soon. They will belong to the academies and the division lower divisions, you know, because they prepare, they groom and develop these players for the external market. Has Kotoko feeder clubs in Europe more Kotoko those players are established they be on background and in fact they fit outside the bracket of the U17 the 18 the 20 no and the 20 no so many players no even look. Consider House of Folk Kotoko right now. I'm a fan of them because the best performing players right now are foreigners. It is a French team now. Did the best ever. And Kotoko say has a fresh say the best performers right now this season. Omina are foreigners. Linda Ntangi or a foreigner. Jordan Otanga or a foreigner. In the final attack, Kasim Sisse the striker or a foreigner. Or no, when you don't tell me how Hamza is performing well. He had a very good season. He has to continue to define consistency. So the best players, you know, you know what I'm talking about. Mukwala is the current best player. He's a foreigner. It even changed him. Play back. Mun define mu project ni here. Mun ma feeder clubs ni established so that come back mienu a obeti akofo bi ba say has we cover Hamza ba na no here you know. Then 2-3 years time you can know say player no waba establishing at the top level. But this is the reality. In the last 5 years these decisions in Nima Yabobo so discussing have been the crawling situation at King House of Folk and in terms of players, you provided the national teams. Channel my culture, my 17 20 what are we doing now? Or more two clubs now. A day I didn't know to get back to this level now. General, at this point, the best year, no matter actually at the amount. Our clubs and all. But how are other clubs not taking over now? Some of money bombs there. They can rekindle their faith and more fortunes no. They are burying for some time now. Abobia Casio and Hontakra has an Kotoko Hontakra and they need quality rich players to get back into their seats. When are we seeing that? I'm not actually for myself, Joe. Going to a program is so fun for boss.
Okay, yasom, ewa ha. Enti yantua so kwa miki